It's time now for the BHL 5 o'clock news on a Sunday evening, June 28th, 2015. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. I'm your 5 o'clock news at 9. 0 to 9, top 3 at 5 o'clock here on this Sunday evening here is in Malone, New York, where police in upstate New York have taken David Stratton, the second murderer who escaped Clinton Correctional Facility on June 6th into custody, law enforcement reported he said today. Republican presidential candidate and former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee believes that despite Friday's historic Supreme Court ruling, people of faith will continue to fight against same-sex marriage and using civil disobedience tactics. Athens, an ominous sign Sunday that Greece is spinning toward a banking collapse. Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras announced that Greek banks will be closed Monday amid last-ditch discussion about his nation's economic future. 2 days after the Supreme Court affirmed gay marriage as a fundamental right, New York City's Pride Parade began, and partly enough with a wedding. On that man, SpaceX rocket carrying supplies to the International Space Station broke apart Sunday shortly after liftoff was a severe blow to NASA, the third cargo mission to fail in 8 months. The activists on taking down the Confederate flag because they have to do is keep it down. Police fired water cannons, tear gas, and rubber bullets to disperse revelers at Istanbul's gay pride parade, a magnet for gays from across the Middle East. Sunday, Tunisia, the Sudanese massacre at holiday makers on a Tunisia beach at a Swank resort hotel acted alone during the attack, but accomplices would support him beforehand, and an Interior Ministry official said Sunday. Injured victims lying on the ground in Formosa Water Park in New Taipei City yesterday, as the injured were in their 20s or younger, as more than 500 injured in Taiwan Water Park blaze. The final round in international negotiations over the nuclear deal where Iran won't finish by Tuesday's deadline, diplomats acknowledged Sunday after weekend consultations. In Washington, don't expect a new season this fall. Donald Trump has given up apprentice so he can run for president. Los Angeles had happened in seconds, but those brief moments would forever change life. Seeing Clinton, a self-described beach kid who had dreamt of being a police officer since he was a kid, as former LAPD officer who killed shared a lesson on deadly force. Rochester, New Hampshire, at the first glimpse of a rumpled 73-year-old senator from Vermont, the standing room only crowded at historic inn here Sunday morning erupted, leaping up, waving signs, and breaking in chants of Bernie, Bernie, Bernie. Central banks should use loan facilities as an opportunity to raise rates as part of a radical overhaul into the policy making. The Bank of International Settlements has declared. China's easing may bolster stocks, but also risk encouraging speculation. California state regulators have restricted access to several watersheds for various rights holders, including the city of San Francisco. A news research has found that the drug prescribed for treating rheumatoid arthritis could be beneficial and provide relief to patients suffering from vitiligo, a skin disorder. Lately, there has been lots of water-based bacteria cases and warnings popping up in the news. Now the CDC has issued a warning for newest parasitic threat in your swimming pools, Cryptosporidium. Results from an extensive new study suggest that early symptoms of Alzheimer's disease appear up to 18 years before the disease is officially diagnosed. BHL News on 503, time now for a travel reporting on this Sunday evening here, and then it shows 195 on the westbound side, slow around Route 24 in Fall River, due to an accident on 195 westbound side around the area with Route 24 in Fall River, so expect some delays around that area of Fall River here on Route 24. Route 4, a little slow in the North Kingstown stretch here. Out of the Cape. Route 28 on the northbound side, a little slow around the border rotary here. Route 3 on the southbound side is slow after Route 18 in Weymouth, all the way out to Route 123 and 53 in Hanover here. On the northbound side of Route 3, southbound side of Route 3 only slow from Weymouth to Hingham here. Southeast Expressway northbound and southbound side is a little slow to Quincy. Southeast Expressway slow from Dorchester all the way out to the Mass Pike on the southbound side. Northbound side slow for Dorchester stretch here. Mass Pike backed up on the eastbound side from Palmer all the way out to I-84 in Sturbridge and all the way out to Charlton. Mass Pike to the westbound side. It's slow between Millbury and Grafton due to an accident on the Mass Pike on the eastbound side in Grafton here, and the Mass Pike westbound slow around Auburn and around 290, and then Mass Pike to the westbound side. It is slow from Charlton Highway to I-84 in Sturbridge here. 495 in the southbound side, and then slow from Route 62 in Hudson all the way up to Route 290 in Marlboro. 290 in the eastbound side, a little slower around. 495 in Marlboro here. 120 on the southbound side, slow from Peabody to Linfield. 495 on the northbound side, slow from Route 3A and low all the way out to Route 3 in Tewksbury here. 93 on the southbound side, it's a little slow around the Londonderry stretch of Route 93 here. 93 on the southbound side, a little slow from 293 to Route 128 here. In Manchester, New Hampshire, 95 on the southbound side, slow from Portsmouth to Hampton, New Hampshire, around 95 southbound, 95 northbound, a little slow around Hampton Tolls here. Main Turnpike. It's looking good from York up in Augusta via Portland and Matlin. Turnpike and then the southbound side, a little slow around the gray stretch here. And we got an accident on 93 on the southbound side around 293 in New Hampshire. And we got an accident on the ramp to Route 293 from Route Everett Turnpike in Manchester, New Hampshire. So expecting delays around that area here. Looking at MBTA alerts here. Subway system is looking good here on the commuter rails. Looking good on the ferries off smooth sailing here. Pierre Cello New Time, 5:06 p.m. on this Sunday evening. Time now for a weather report here. Tonight, areas of drizzle, areas of fog. Otherwise, clouds got low about 55 degrees. North for about 5 to 7 miles coming after midnight here. Monday, areas of fog before 9 a.m. west. But clouds got becoming mostly sun skies about 75 degrees. West for about 3 to 7 miles an hour here. Monday night, Petrovalg after 5 p.m. west. Clouds got low about 58 degrees. And southwest wind ran 5 miles coming in the evening here. Tuesday, Petrovalg before 7 a.m. west. Mostly sun skies about 8 degrees. Common becoming south and 5 to 8 miles per hour in the morning. Tuesday, Chester showers and thunderstorms may after 4 a.m. Petrovalg after 4 a.m. west. Most skies got low at 62 degrees. Chest spacious 30%. Wednesday, Chester showers and thunderstorms before 9 a.m. Then Chester showers up between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. Then showers likely possibly a thunderstorm after 11 a.m. Petrovalg before 9 a.m. west. Mostly skies got about 81 degrees. Chest spacious 70%. Where's that? Chester showers, Petrovalg after 1 a.m. west. Most skies got about 59 degrees. Chest spacious 40%. Thursday, most sun skies with high wind 38 degrees. Thursday, Petrovalg after 4 a.m. west. Podcast got about 38 degrees. And for Friday, Petrovalg for 8 a.m. west. Most sun skies about 78 degrees. Friday night, Chester showers, most skies got about 56 degrees. Chest spacious 30%. Saturday, Independence Day, Chester showers, part sun, most skies got about 80, about 62 degrees. Chest spacious 40%. And for Sunday, Chester showers, part sun skies about 80 degrees. Here, not temperature at 5 o'clock. Down to that. 63 degrees with a humidity 84%. That's me for the Peter Channel 5 o'clock news on this Sunday evening, June 28, 2015. Appears you have a good evening. Look about it. See you at 11 o'clock with 11 o'clock report. Have a good evening.